I am Robert Jacobson for 62 Mile Club, and I've got China on my mind. As the US sorts out its near, mid, and long-term space policy, China is developing a potentially robust and expansive space program. Some facts about China's space program. China is the world's third country to independently send humans to space and has done so 3 times to date. It currently has 5 space cities, with one new one under development called Wenchang that broke ground recently. Some of China's space goals include building a long-term Earth observation system, setting up an independent satellite telecommunications network, establishing an independent satellite navigation and positioning system, providing commercial launch services, planned exploration of the moon, both manned and unmanned, establishing a manned space station. According to chief designer of China's Shenzhou, their manned spacecraft, quote, "Carrying out space programs is not aimed at sending humans into space per se, but instead at enabling humans to work in space normally, also preparing for the future lunar exploration of Mars and Saturn," close quote. A significant difference between NASA and China's space program that China's is controlled by the People's Liberation Army, where according to Richard Fisher, a senior fellow at the International Assessment and Strategy Center in Virginia, quote, "The problem for the US and its allies is that China's space program is controlled by the People's Liberation Army, and almost every aspect is designed to produce dual use, or some kind of military benefit as well as non-military," close quote. The current trend is that China will continue to develop its own space program, but will China realize that its approach, not vastly different from NASA's, is expensive? Will China consider international cooperation, along with commercialization and privatization of space technologies and related efforts? It's really not so much about comparing our budgets versus theirs and money spent, but how the implementation of each of our respective countries' vision for space exploration is carried out. The US has already been down the road that China is currently following. There's a real opportunity for the US to demonstrate leadership and create a vision in space for the rest of the century. The choices for the near term are not easy for us, but are we as a nation only interested in short-term political gains, or do we want to do real things that will allow the US to keep the title of greatest innovators of the world? 62 Mile Club is here to keep you informed with engaging information in and around the space industry. Visit our blog at 62mileclub.com for more stories. Remember that space, it's closer than you think. I'm Robert Jacobson, and thank you for listening.